Okay, I'm starting to get a little bit worried because after 12 games, we are in 7th position in the Europa spots. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to the Liberty Stadium in Swansea. And if you're a first-time visitor, why not? Subscribe, watch, like and comment. Help the channel to grow and help us to support the very worthwhile cause that you can see scrolling above. Okay, well, those of you who have been following along will have noticed that we, after 12 games, are in 7th place, excelling all expectations, including surpassing my own expectations of what this team could do. And part of that is because of two players up top who have done particularly well, and they both have 5 goals apiece in the Premier League, and in particular Joel Pirou, who actually I didn't realise was only 23 years old, and he continues to develop, particularly mentally, and is becoming quite a useful little player for us up top. In terms of his form, he has good times and he has bad times. But generally, he has an average rating of 7.04, which for a striker, not well particularly known in the Premier League, is very, very good indeed. And Liam Delap, on loan from Manchester City, his development has been phenomenal. I think he is going to be a very, very good player, and I need to sign him at the end of this season. He's going to be a phenomenal striker, and I want him playing for Swansea. He's been a bit out of form of late, but he seems to be on the up again at the moment, and so I have no worries about him. He's going to be a great player, and it's because really the form of those players that we are doing so well. Well, not just that, but they have certainly contributed a lot. But in terms of what's been going on the pitch to make sure that we are in 7th, when you were with us last, you saw that we had beaten Burnley away by 2-1 in a very, very that was a very great result for us. And then we beat West Brom away 1-0 in the Carabao Cup 4th round. A very nice victory for the reserve team. And then in a game which I featured in a tutorial, which you can see, is it that side? Or that side, up there, about how we prepare for games. We actually disappointingly managed only a 1-1 draw. And then the Watford game, Watford, a team we should be beating, and we beat them. And Grimes, from an impossible angle, got us off to a very nice start after 9 minutes. 1-0 up to the Swans, and we continued to dominate the game in the first half. And Guillan found Nietzsche, and that, what a daisy cutter that was, from 30 yards. He just actually placed it more than anything else into the corner. We went a bit off the boil in the second half. I was not very happy with how they went off the boil, and Watford did pull one back, but it was just scant consolation for them. We dominated the game and we deserved to win by 2-1. A dreadful bore draw then followed against Wolves before the Tottenham game, and we played very, very well against Tottenham, created a lot of chances, and Lavery in particular had 1 or 2 very, very good chances. We started very early, but it was just before half-time, a terrible time to give away a goal when Tottenham scored what eventually turned out to be the winning goal. Because in the second half, although we created a lot of good chances, again, Lavery was put through and should have done better, but he hit the post. You could say unlucky, but he just didn't have his greatest of games. The final score of 1-0, and then it was Liverpool. We're never going to have any chance against Liverpool, and Liverpool just absolutely scared the living daylights out of us in the first half. And it seems to be a thing about Liverpool. They score a lot of goals against me, whatever team I'm playing, very early on. Something to learn about this, I think, although I'm not quite sure what to do with regard to this, and it didn't take Liverpool very long to actually open the scoring. And we just were like all over the place. We defended resolutely. We just did our best, but we are not as good as Liverpool. And then eventually, from a set piece, Matip just nodded in the simplest of corners at the back post. And Liverpool went from strength to strength. Luis Diaz found himself in acres of space, played with our defence a little bit before slotting in at the near post. Not very good goalkeeping, unfortunately, but then we found ourselves 2-0 down. It wasn't that we didn't create chances, we did. But the unfortunate thing about this game is that we had lost all our midfield. 3 of our midfield had gone off to play international football for the Spurs and Liverpool game, and that left us very, very short in midfield. But it wasn't long before Luis Diaz made it 3-0 on 80 minutes, dead and buried. But in all fairness, the boys didn't give up, and we did create chances, a couple of chances, before Guillan finally managed to give us a consolation goal. We created a couple of chances again after that, but it wasn't to be. And then at home to Brentford in a very, very tough game. Brentford was struggling near the bottom, gave us a very, very good game and gave us a fright. And again, I was thankful to the defence, very much so, because they really kept us in the game. And Fisher had a great game in goal. But the defence held out. And it was late in the game that Kraft, not known for his heading, somehow found himself in the penalty area on a free kick and nodded in for a 1-0 win. And so we come to West Ham. We have a very strange fixture list coming up after this, because there are actually only 2 games in November and December. And I guess that's because of the World Cup. But now I don't quite know what to do about that. But let's focus on the West Ham game. And in goal, we have Fisher. And at the back, we have Vojeda. Cabango is making a rare appearance because Zimmerman is injured and Williams is very tired. House and Rico make up the back. Mendy, Downs, Neacham and Grimes, that picks itself. Guillan and Lavery will play up front. I'm going to play Guillan as a pressing forward because his manager's given us a call and said, we don't want him playing as an advance forward. So we'll see how that goes today. And whether or not it makes a huge difference, I don't know if it will. But we'll start him off as a pressing forward and see how that goes. I think we're just going to tell them we can get something out of this game. We are underdogs, but go out there and surprise people. We can actually beat West Ham. I feel fairly good about our chances in this game. But the first highlight is with West Ham, and it's a corner swung in, but we've defended that quite well. And Declan Rice brings it forward, and West Ham, through Cresswell, who's very much a danger man, swings it back into Rice. But again, it's defended very nicely. We're trying to close down that area of the pitch. Rice and Cresswell we've identified as very dangerous, but West Ham have a chance, and Rice should have scored. But they didn't, and so we got to maybe say that we've done the job there, trying to limit what they can do down that left-hand side. And at the moment, because we are still at 0-0, we are in 5th in the Premier League, and it's getting very scary. We don't have a great deal of possession, so I'm going to lower the tempo a little bit, see if we can get a little bit more possession as Cabango with a Swansea free kick, and we're passing it around. We like to play passing football. We're not the best passing team in the world by any stretch, but that's the way we like to play, and we're going to keep trying to play that way. And we're looking to create a chance here. And where has Rico come from? But Rico has scored. And he was almost playing like inverted wing back there, but he's actually full back on attack, and that's quite incredible. He made that inside run totally unlike him and stayed on side and then just stroked it into the corner. It's West Ham 0, Swansea 1. I think VAR's having another look, and I think he's offside. I really do think he's offside, but I'm prepared to give that one to VAR. We've had a few dodgy ones against us. It's about time we had one for us. I think he was a little offside, but here comes Bowen through the middle, and West Ham have a chance, and he's tried to chip it over Fisher, but Fisher just grasps it from underneath the crossbar. And we've made a perfect start. It's been a great first half. We've gone into 5th place in the Premier League. I'm not going to argue with that, and I'm going to tell the boys that they have done very, very well, but they can do a little bit better. Let's go and make this game safe. 1-0 is not enough. Let's go out there, kick some balls, and make this game safe. We have FM'd West Ham a little bit here because we have had very little of the play. They have dominated the chance creation part of the match. Their XG is far superior to us, and we've kind of like defended well, marked the players that we needed to mark well, and we've just kept them out rather than being spectacular ourselves. But here is a chance that he's hit the post, and again we've managed to survive. But sometimes you're going to get the luck, and sometimes you're not. We're going to demand more, and hopefully we can hold on to this. And 30 minutes to go. We need to make some changes. We'll bring on Kayamba. Kayamba. I can't pronounce his name yet. Gets him very cross. And we're going to take off Nietzsche and put Grimes at advanced playmaker. We'll bring on Pirro in place of Gian, and hopefully just settle everything down, get some fresh legs on there as we play it short to House to Cabango. West Ham have won the ball back, but here's Pirro. Again, we've stolen the ball in midfield. Delap, he's taken out, but the referee's playing advantage. And here's Manning into Pirro. Pirro must score, and he could have put the game beyond doubt there. That was so close. We have been very, very lucky here, but we've come into the game a little bit more in the second half. And there's only 15 minutes to go. We just got to keep going. And it's Cabango who scored from a corner, and that's a shocker. He's a very young lad who's come in because 2 of our regular centre-backs are not 100% fit. Well, one of them's away on international duty still. But Cabango, he's training well, he's doing very, very well. He wanted his chance, and he's taken it, which gives me a selection problem now. Well done, Cabango. And we're just going to shut the game down here. He's having a great game. He's enjoying himself out there. And here come West Ham, though. West Ham have a chance, and that is a great save by Fisher. Another fabulous save. And he's having also a very, very good game, Fisher in goal. And we have FM'd them here. But we'll take it. Sometimes you need to get lucky, and we got lucky today. And what a fabulous, fabulous result, which puts us in 5th after 13 games. We're a third of the way through now, and we have 23 points. And that's as good a result away at West Ham as I could have hoped for. And I think it's kind of awkward now with the World Cup coming up in terms of the schedule and what I need to do in terms of the schedule. I don't even know what to do about training here. It says mid-season break, so that means they're going to come back not fully fit at the end of December. I don't know how to deal with that. But I think what we will do is play through probably until Leeds or Fulham, We'll be halfway through the January transfer window then. We'll have some news on transfers, if anything's going to happen. Again, it will depend on whether people leave before people can come in. We have no money. But I might ask the board for a few quid to see how they react to that. Being that we are in 5th position at the moment in the Premier League. They might react quite favourably. But that's it for this video. Our run continues, 5th in the Premier League, and it is, as I said before, a little bit worrying. I'm waiting for us to fall, but we're going to keep trying to do what we do best. And that's it for this video. If you are new, don't forget, subscribe, watch, like and comment. Help the channel to grow and help us to support the very worthwhile cause that we are trying to support and that you can see scrolling above. And all that remains to be said now is we will see you in January for Leeds United.